Welcome to a new episode of the Startup Show. Today we are here downtown of Zurich and I'm very excited to meet with Sandipan, the founder and CEO of Sonect. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me here.
Welcome back to a new episode of the Startup Show. I'm really excited to be here at downtown Zurich at the Büro Züri from the Curated. It's really exciting to be here. And today I have the pleasure to introduce you to an entrepreneur. His name is Sandipan and he is the founder and CEO of Sonect. Welcome to the show. So maybe give us a little bit of background about yourself.
I worked at Curated for 12 years.
Yes.
But before that, I come from India. So I had my graduation and everything in India. Mm-hmm. After working for 12 years, I kind of realized like, this is not how I want to die. So that's how I founded Sonect last year.
Yes.
I have a 4-year-old son.
Yeah.
My wife is my pillar behind this startup because you need to, pay your bills while you build your startup. She also lives with me and I have my rest of family in India.
So what's the main differences when you look at like, let's say Switzerland, India? Do you have like a few like points that you can say like, well, that's very different? I've never been to India, so.
Well, you should, because it's a complete opposite of what you get to see here.
Yes.
So imagine this Bahnhofstrasse filled with thousands of people, and then you can imagine what India could look like. Mm-hmm. But yeah, India is not just about people. India is also about, prosperity, because these days a lot of IT companies are coming up. And that is changing the spectrum of India. So the people who are well educated can now afford good companies and good lifestyle overall. So compared to that, Switzerland, when I came here in 2005, it was like a peaceful opposite. So it's like no noise and so many quiet people.
Yeah.
But I loved it. So I lived here for 12 years. I got my settlement permit also.
Okay.
So now I'm half Swiss.
Half Swiss. Very good. You said before you worked for corporate for a long time.
Yeah.
How come, like, what was that moment where you said, like, I need to switch into something, let's say, different?
Yeah. It's not just a specific moment, but it was building up to that. So there were a lot of occasions when I had a great idea. I kind of proposed and wanted to, implement that. But being a huge red tape around it, like you need to get approval from this department, they need to buy in, that budget needs to be approved, and so on and so forth, nothing really materialized. So it happened many times. Even I proposed the idea behind Sonect to my company as well, but oh, that's too much work and too many risk and investment and stuffs like that. So I kind of realized this risk appetite of big corporates is kind of dying right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided if you want some change, you need to be the change.
Right. Correct. So let's get into your startup. Maybe you can give us a short elevator pitch or explain us exactly like what you do.
Sure. So we create virtual ATMs. So the concept is simple. If you have a car, you can download Uber and drive away as taxi. If you have a spare room in your apartment, you can download Airbnb and act like a hotel. Exactly the same way anybody with extra cash should be able to download our app Sonect and act like an ATM. In principle, what we have developed is a matchmaking platform that connects in real time those who want to withdraw cash with those who want to deposit cash. So typically it's a shop owner. So this way the shop owner gets rid of the cash, also earns ATM fees and draws new customers to the store. You can now withdraw cash at the click of a button anywhere you are, and banks save up to 50% in running their ATM operation costs.
So where do you stand right now? Like what's the development stage?
We launched a kind of a soft launch in April. And we will have a good big bang launch in May. We're already working with few partners. So soon you will be order your pizza and the pizza delivery boy will become your virtual ATM. So he will bring the cash to your doorstep.
So you can just like say, I would like to have pizza and $100 or 100 Swiss francs.
Exactly.
Interesting. So, like when you look at the industry, one of the big questions, and I also read that like one of the news outlets, basically like the question is like, where are we going with the payments? Is it like in need of cash or are we in need of virtual currency? So what's your take on this?
Yeah, so I believe the world will be digital in future.
Yeah.
But I also believe it will not be just like this. So it will take time because payment is kind of inherent to human behavior and behavioral change is not that easy. So it's proven by fact also. Like globally, 85% of consumer payment is still done using cash today, despite half a century of plastic cards or even a decade of mobile payment. But why people are not switching over to modern technology and stuffs like that? So that's exactly where we come in. We come in between the transition of cash heavy economies and take them into the future of tomorrow. Because we tell them, hey, you love cash? Fine, continue to use cash. We make your life easier for you. We create more cash points where you can withdraw cash. But as they do, we kind of hook them into the digital ecosystem. And I believe this two-step approach to the future would be a game changer.
Absolutely. I mean, like probably people just need some time to get used to the whole thing. I think Switzerland is probably specifically one of these places that needs more time of adaptation, which is definitely interesting. Tell me, you recently raised a first round of financing. One of you, I think the co-lead or the lead was by Post Finance.
Yes.
I'm a long client of Post Finance, so I'm happy to see that they're like investing in startups. Tell me, how did that go to get like an investment from a corporate venture capital fund?
We got in touch with Post Finance when we won the Post Venture Business Idea competition. So there was a competition that launched in 2015, end of that. And throughout 2016, we were in constant touch with Post Finance because it was a good platform to work together with their business lines to identify their numbers and make these business case basically. And after that, I get to pitch in front of the CEO of Post Finance. He agreed to the case and they become a lead investor in our company.
So what's the next stages? Like you said, like a big bang launch?
I don't believe actually in big bang launch, but because if you launch like a fireworks, people get to use it, and that's what happened with many mobile payment services. You launch it, everybody gets to know it, but not many people get to use it. I want to take a different approach. I want to grow it organically. Rather, we will go to local regions. So we will launch region by region and with specific services. So in Geneva and Lausanne, people will be able to order pizza, food, and their cash. In Zurich, there are a few shops who will start to offer the services, and we will grow organically around these hotspots that we are trying to build here. This will be our Switzerland running as a pilot. We're already talking to a few international banks. We got selected recently into the BNP Paribas Plug and Play Accelerator, flying in and out to Paris as well now. There we're also talking about a kind of potential international rollout, but unfortunately I can't disclose all those right now. But yes, there are a good pipeline that we can already see.
In my last part of my videos, I have a lot of students who watch this because of my network. So maybe you can give some like advice, or you can say like what is like the hardest part when starting your own company?
I think the hardest part will be building your own network, because you can't build a company just by yourself. So you need to connect with the right people, you need to do a lot of talking, you need to express your idea, convince people in your idea, and grow a follower of your idea. As you build that network, they will definitely support you in achieving your goals. And that's the hardest part for me, was because I was coming from outside as an India, talking to many people local here and trying to build a local network here. That was for me the hardest part. But once you cross that level, it's just sky is the limit.
For sure. But friendly people in Switzerland?
Yes.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that. So thank you very much. If you need any help, I'm happy to connect you also. I thank you very much for coming onto the Startup Show. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much, everybody who tuned in today to watch this episode of the Startup Show. Thank you for your attention. I'll see you soon with a new episode. Have a great day.